What it is, mini lads, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And we're going to be browsing for some comics of Salt, probably themselves as well. And we're gonna be review for the Salt's Comic Studio for around here, and we're going to be seeing for this user comics from Salt's Comic Studio. So let's head over to get ourselves. I'm probably going to start to try to review it, starting for the new one as well, and it's absolutely taking for a little bit of round of time. I just load too much anything of those times as well, and probably these are going to be the long stories. Perhaps there must be for some sort of for the version 2 of those things. This is something pretty new as well, and like those things and other kinds of probably for some persons. So we're going to be trying to find ourselves to find out what is absolutely starting with the latest is going to be for it as well. And it's going to be taking for a lot of time as well, and it won't be going to be necessary as well. So what about we're going to do 3 comics at a time? Let's just doing for the Rengorik Swore and the salts and the 2 peppers and never speak to me or my cat ever again. And probably let's start with the newest, shall we? Let's go with this one for random for like this as well. So, and also it's past midnight that we're going to be starting without further description is absolutely for this. It's probably the part of the series of Sully and Rangarik, and probably it's going to be no comments whatsoever, and let it go to start without further ado. And don't get me started on my props and my main, said Rangorik. Thanks so much, my man. Many fata for you for as well. Okay, this guy is really key. I liked it a little bit, man. So we chill. Yeah, what about that? Also, what on earth is this? It's salt. I'm probably sure. I'm gonna give you for around here about 7 out of 10, which is a little bit pretty good. And isn't going to be for a little bit bad as well, happen as well. We got a group of salts. Could be for around here. It must be 12 of them as salts as them. 3 comments and 1 replies. And the title says The Salts and the 2 Peppers. So it has credits to Hydra Maximus, Detective Downtown, the Random Wolf, Davey GC, the Galaxy Spybot for all of the users submitted, and all of the other sprites were made by Salt himself. And probably that was absolutely good. It's from the Fall Guys, the Cream Unicorn Cookie version, probably like the original characters, like the small versions, like the crazy things as well, Pixelated Pack, and like other kinds of these things as well. Battle for Dream Island version, probably like this thing version as well, or himself like them as well. And of course, I'm gonna be giving you for around, I really think this is absolutely for 7 out of 10 as well. So probably it's also 7 out of 10. And another one is Never Speak to Me and Ever Again for around here. The description says I don't feel like tagging, and it has 1 comment. And of course, I'm gonna give you for the 4 out of 10. It's made by someone, but probably that we're not very sure. This isn't going to be for a very guess. That does probably never going to be trying to make sense like this, because something that an unknown suspect is going to shoot at the back of his head of salt. I'm probably not sure. Let's move on into another one. Let's go into the most hottest things and let's go for a round to check it out. Alright, we got some of the most hottest things like ever things before, because we have 3 of those things. 1 of the cringe like this, but probably that does not gonna be making for some sort of for the cartoon realism, for some sort of unknown probably reference as well. So there's Hype Cookie, another one is Salt, and Syrupy could be for around here. This could be for the title was called Hype Cookie Occurrence. The descriptions is featuring buddies such as Syrupy, Whipped Coffee Cookie, and Hyperheims as well. based on this, but I'm probably sure that we're might going to be revealed for something a little bit as well. And that was pretty perfect, unlike for some sort of those things as well. Featuring like for some sort of a pink McQueen like this for the unknown reference, strip weathers and chick hicks, probably like I say, unlike Cars 1, for probably that we never guess for some sort of this time as well. Even that we're revealing for something as well, and it could be for around for some of those usernames as well. Thankfully, let's move on to the next one, and it was, oh gosh, that was even I'm not very interested about for some sort of an anime reference. And the description says, Saltzerland, what on earth is that art? Boots appreciated. I don't condone smoking at this piece of my entertainment purposes also. And probably I don't condone smoking as this piece for entertainment purposes only. But that must be Sleth. And probably the comments goes a lot of their selves and many more replies as well. But unfortunately, that was absolutely ridiculously scaring underage children's off for about 5 out of 10 isn't going to be for what to be as well. And another one is a little bit cute, is also 5 out of 10. And it was my version of Saltzerland in YAY. The description says, it may not look like it, but I think that's still a lot of effort for around here. And what about the, there's no comments whatsoever as well. So anyways, let's move on to the most top rating of those things as well. This isn't going to be for what I like as well. And let's just hit it around for the go for around those things as well. Even it's not going to be for toppest things that we're going to take a little bit of a while. It may load for most like those things. The most top rated is Pancake plus Salt, Hugs, and 700 views for a round of those things. I hopefully this is going to be revealed a lot, and it won't be going to be the same as well. That should be going to be holding on for these things as well. That doesn't show any more of those things as well, and which concludes for a round of those things that I just scrolled down as well. Even though looks like this is not going to be for truly that it's not going to be revealed yet as well. Maybe it won't be gonna be taking for some time, and unfortunately it will be taking too much as well. I know this thing from Dandy's World, including this one, but I'm probably not sure it will be taking for a lot of time as well. So I've decided that we're going to wait. And one of the things revealed for about this, I might not going to be back into the oldest like those things as well, and started with a collaboration with those that if I just already reviewed about of this comic around here, it was Salt and Syrupy, new matching for PFBS, like those things. Probably as Salt and whipped cream cookie, whipped coffee cookie as well. A lot of comments and replies, and probably that is absolutely told for around 9 out of 10. It was probably like the best friends forever, like those things, or some kind of for the limited best friends forever, like those things. Best Friends Limited as well, probably it's a 9 out of 10. It was probably pretty good. And probably not another one as well. It was another thing is the hugs as well. And I'm probably sure because his hands, like there's goob hugging him a lot harder than I just unusually took for a long time. Working on this ink machine like this. Probably that must be salt. The description says, yes, the Dandy's World Brain Worm. It was the Dandy's World Brain Worm. Got me, guys. Silly, as always. Anyways, Syrupy, Neo, TI, Toast, and I have been playing Dandy's World together a lot, and it's a blast. Goob is my favorite, and I have decided, for despite being a Buxton main, I have also decided solely to blame Syrupy for the prolonged goob exposure. inserting my mascot into the game was far easier than usual. Wonder why, for probably, I guess. I'm not pretty sure. That was pretty for an 8 out of 10 or some kind of 7 out of 10 to do this as well. And finally, it got 700 views to do this as well. And the description says, I can't believe it, that is 100 times amount than I just absolutely when I made my first art post. You guys are amazing, and I have to say, any time or every time we hit the millionaire, it's all because of you guys. Each milestone I could be able to try to do this, that I've hit, I could only to get to do this, to get with the thanks for all of you people for following me, and through Think and Thin, we have hit another thank you so much for everybody as well. And which means it's going to be for around 8 out of 10 to do this as well. And finally, the oldest. Let's get around here for the first ever that Salt has ever posted for this thing as well. So, looks like the first 3 of those things isn't going to be about to do this as well. It loads a little bit slow. And of course, that won't be going to be try to take him for a little bit as long to do this as well. As long as the very first time that he posted for the very first comic, like anything as well. So, starting with this thing instead of those guys, like whenever to do this as well. Starting in is, he said, let me in. And the first title was, guess who just made himself a studio? The description says, you can now make me say horrible things in customizable squares. And probably it has 3 comments and 2 replies. And that was pretty good as for the 6 out of 10 as well. Another 6 out of 10 is, this is about my art trades opening. The description says, I'll be making a post for my art trades, opening it in an hour or so, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing art trades with everyone instead. Reminder, I don't care about my quality of your arts. I just want to do exchange drawings. Oh dear, that must be going to be for something as anyways as well. And probably another one could be for around 6 out of 10. Another one is also 6 out of 10. The art trades are now probably open. And boots please, I want to reach some people. Comment here if you want to do with art trades with me. I will be doing with everyone interested. And throughout, it may take it for a while to be patient as well. So be patient. Come first to serve. Retiring again, now I'm on an actual announcement of it. The quality of your art is your own confidence, and confidence in it doesn't bother me. More information in the comments, and probably it could be a lot of anybody as well, and probably that could be also 6 out of 10. And so that is all of the Salt's Comic Studio 2 review for all the comics by itself. So if you like to browse for some comics for them, anything as well, make sure that the link is going to be in the description and about of the comic studio for the main website, and browse some comics as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm gonna be see you mini lads all later, and I'll talk to you like anything as well, and I'll be signing off. Probably try to do anyways.